Hey everybody, this is Diane with Crafting with Fury. Hope each and every one of you are safe and healthy no matter where you are. Guys, I am super excited. I was asked to do a collaboration with Creating with Jovi, and it is the Gothic Girls printable kit that she has available on her Etsy shop, and I will leave all the links down below. And there are some freebies also on a Facebook page, and I will leave that links down below. And it is also co-hosted with Scrapbooks and Memories community, and I will leave her link down below. And it's going to be every day in September, and I wanted to come on first and show you these beautiful papers. I will also link all of the channels that are participating. Super excited to see what everybody creates, and I'm still trying to decide exactly what I want to create, but let me show you some of these beautiful papers that I'm going to be using. Let me get a little closer here. There we go. Is this not absolutely gorgeous? Look how beautiful. There's that one. Guys, look at this. If you know me, you know this is right up my alley. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful. I do have in mind what I want to do. It's just a matter of, getting all of the kinks worked out of the measurements and stuff. Look how beautiful. Look at that. The artwork is absolutely amazing. Now, she's my favorite. She is my absolute favorite. So I can definitely see in her being a focal point on my project. And you get all of this in the kit. Look how beautiful. Look how cute. Look at those cats. Look, it's got some sayings and some little cards. Look how cute she is. Love the cat. Look how beautiful. The crow. The artwork is amazing. Look how beautiful. The detail. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, look at her. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at the bats in the background. And then you get some background prints. Look how beautiful. You get some cutout pockets, which is awesome. Love this. Look how pretty. So pretty. Now, these are part of the freebies. Look how beautiful. And guys, you could use these on ATCs if you wanted to. Look how pretty. Look at this. Look how gorgeous. They're Suki. Sorry, guys. She seems to want to always be on my craft table anymore. Look how pretty. Look at that. So guys, stay tuned and please check out all of the other channels that have signed up for the collaboration. And I will be right back with my project on what I'm going to create. Hey guys, I wanted to make a little correction on what I said earlier. This absolutely fabulous Gothic Girls Collab is co-hosted by Crafting with Jovi, Scrapbooks and Memories, and Black Whisper Crafts. So please forgive me. Please check out these ladies, very talented ladies. And I just wanted to correct that before I got started in my project. So I started thinking about what I wanted to do. And I decided I don't want to cut down these beautiful images. I want to be able to see them. And so what I decided to do was create a tag flip book. And the tags, they're going to be big tags. And the tags are going to be 5.5 by 8.25. And I used my Sizzix trimmer and scoring board to create the tag, which makes it really easy to do. And what you do is you put this ruler on 45 degrees and you just line up your tag. Remember where you lined it up? You cut, you flip it over, put it exactly where you had it lined up, and you cut, and they will be the same size each time. Love this tool, love this tool. I use it a lot. And so what I did was I cut out several, and I thought I would show you how I made the tag with this. So you're just going to do it on the 45-degree angle. And I know it's hard to tell, but there's numbers here too. And so what you would do is, I know that there's a 14 here. And so what I do is I just cut it. I flip it over, put it in the same place. Make sure I got it right, exactly right. And cut it. Ta-da! There we go. So that's how you made the tags, and I did the same thing when I cut down this beautiful paper. I used the scoreboard and the trimmer and done the same thing. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to glue these beautiful images on my tag, and some of them I actually cut a little bit thinner because I thought about maybe putting some embellishments or something up here, so it really would make it different. I want you to look how beautiful these are. So these are going to be my tags, and I think I did 5. Look at the cat. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right, so I'm going to decorate 5 tags. And what I did was I used cardstock to make the cover. And on this, what I did was I cut, and I want to make sure I tell you the right measurements. On the cover, I cut a piece of cardstock. It's 8.5 by 8.5. And what I did was I scored at, it's kind of like this, and I scored at, this way this works. I thought, how come my measurements aren't working? There we go. All right, 8.5 by 8.5. And then what I did was I scored at, I'm crazy, 5 3/4 and 7 1/4. And what that's going to do is that's going to create my front cover. And what I did was I've already done this, and I have, look at her, isn't she beautiful? And I have put some of this webbing behind it, and it's not wanting to stick. So I'm not for sure. I put a bunch of glue and a bunch of, I may have to grab the hot glue gun. And so what's going to be, it's going to be like this. And you're going to have a flap here. And then on the back, I did this. Isn't it beautiful? And I'm going to tape this here. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to use a very strong adhesive because you'll be opening and closing. And that one seems to be sticking down pretty good, but this one, not so much. See? But I can fix that. I think I'll hot glue it. And so what we're going to do is we are going to use, let me move my scoreboard out of the way here, guys, so I can have some room. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to use some double-sided tape, and we're going to adhere this back cover down. Do not go over the score line. So let me find some tape. Okay, so what I've done is I have put some score tape down, and I'm going to take because you want this to be really strong adhesive to hold your covers together. Alrighty. And I think what I will do is I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right here on the edge. That way it'll give me a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. So what we'll do is, and you don't want to go over the edge. See, look, this is not sticking very well. So I'm going to have to hot glue it. So you want to go up to the score line, but not over. And that's what the wet glue over your double-sided tape, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room and a little bit of time to adjust it to make it even. So we'll give it just a minute to adhere. And so that's what it's going to look like on the inside. And we'll make sure, burnish, burnish, burnish. All right. And so now what you've got is you've got this binder. Look how pretty. I love it. Look how pretty. I love it, love it, love it. So now what I need to do is to make sure, because you can see where I put that, it did not want to stick. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the All Faithful hot glue gun. All right, so we know it'll stick then. So let's just get her done. A lot of times with this, I don't like to use hot glue gun, but when you're using different textures, yeah, sometimes it's necessary. All right. Bet that sticks. Let's see what we got here. Yep, looky there, there you go. Is this gonna, and what we'll do is we'll just continue on to make sure that this will stay adhered. Because I really love this netting, and I thought it would be a creepy, neat look right behind it. All right. I'm going to finish gluing this, guys, and then I will show you how to do the binding on how I'm going to do the inside. All right, so I have got this all glued down. It should not go anywhere, and here is our beautiful binder. Oh my goodness, love it, love it, love it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the binding on the inside. And I know most of us have done these bindings before, and this is kind of like Stack the Deck. And I learned this, it wasn't my idea. And so what I did was, let me get my scoreboard. Move that out of the way, and I'll give you the measurements for this. So what I did was I took how big my tag was, and I wanted to bind it on this side so it would still look like a tag. So this right here is 7 inches. So what I did was I cut a sheet of paper 7 inches by 8 3/4, and what I did was I put 1/8 of an inch between each little hinge there. And so what I did was I on the 8 3/4 inch side, I scored at 1 1/2, 1 5/8, 2 1/8, 2 5/8, 3 3/4, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 3 7/8, 4 4/8, 4 7/8, 5, 5 1/2, 6, 6 1/8, 6 5/8, 7 1/8, and 7 1/4. Now, if anybody would like to have these measurements, just message me and I will be happy to send those to you. And so now, what we need to do is, you'll notice that they will bind up like this, and there'll be an 1/8 in between each little flap. So what you want to do is you want to turn it over, and there is the 1/2 inch. You will want to put a piece of tape between each 1/2 inch score line. So you'll want to put one there. Okay, and then you see that there's a 1/4 there, so you'll want to do this one. Okay, and then you'll want to do the other. So it's basically you're going to tape the 2 1/2 inch valleys together. So we should have 5, because I believe I did 5 tags. Alright. And here is the last one. You can use glue, but there again, you're going to be using this a lot, so I would use double-sided tape. So let's burnish, burnish, burnish. All right. So what we're going to do, one at a time, you're going to take the backing off, maybe. Let's try this end. All right. And see what happens is where we've already scored everything, you're going to do that. Okay? Perfect. And so when you flip it back over, there's the valley and there's the peak. There you go. See? And so you're going to do that on every single one of them. And I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. All right, this is what you should have after you have folded all those together. And it'll look like this on the back. And then this is going to be the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use double-sided tape on all of this back, because what we're going to do is we are going to lay this right on our tag book or our binder. So let's put some tape on the back. Okay, so this is what the back looks like after you get it all taped. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lie this in the middle. And I'm not going to have a lot of embellishments in between mine. That's the reason why I just done an 1/8. But you know that if you are going to make it really chunky, you can make these little valleys in here a lot wider. So let's go ahead and take off all the backing of the tape. I hope everybody has enjoyed the collab so far. I know I sure have. And let's get all of this off. This is what's so fun about this, is you fight with the tape. All right, so you can tell that we've got a lot of tape on there, and what I want is I want this right in the middle. Right in the middle. So we're going to lay that down, and we're going to burnish, 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 and I would burnish in between each of the flaps too, so we make sure. And so see, and then what you'll do is kind of recrease right here, and that actually just gives your binding a little bit more stability. And you'll want to do this before you paper inside, okay? And that gives it just a little bit. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, love it. Just give it a little squish. There we go. So there is our binder, and there is our flaps that we're going to adhere our tags on. So now let me get my tags ready and I'll show you how we're going to put them in the book. Okay, now before we put our tags on, what you'll want to do is miter these edges, and I really should have done that before I adhered it, but you know what, that's all right. So it would have just been a little bit easier. So what you're going to do is just cut the corners off, because it'll make it a lot easier to put your tags on. You're going to do that to both sides, and just a smidgen, and come on. So that way it'll be a lot easier. So there you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our tags and put our tags on. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to put your tag on your binding. So what you'll do is you'll put some wet glue on either side of your hinge. Okay? And leave one of the sides of the paper that's going to be on the hinge side. Do not glue it down. And slide your tag onto the hinge. And the glue, make sure you get it where you want it. And I kind of want it down a little bit so my tag doesn't. There we go. And so what you're going to do is make sure that your hinge adheres to your paper. And you want to fold it on that side and fold it on this side. And see what's going to happen is your tag is going to be right there, and I'm going to put some ribbon and stuff that will stick on the top, and look, then that's going to be your page. And you can do it on either side you want to. And I want to make sure that this really gets glued down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do all of my other tags on here, and see, look how cute that is. I absolutely love it. Love it. Oh, I just love this paper. Miss Jovi, you did a wonderful job on this paper. This is just so up my alley. So I'm going to put my other tags in, and that's all you do, and I will be right back. Okay, I thought I would show you one more time how to put the tag on the hinge. You want to put some wet glue on your hinge. You want to put plenty because you want to make sure it does stick. And then on one side of the tag, you can see I do not have any tape there. And so what you'll want to do is slide the hinge behind that paper. I don't know if you can see or not. It's a little hard to do that like that. And I want to make sure that they're even with the other one. That looks like that did pretty good. And what you'll want to do is make sure your glue adheres. See, make sure. Yep. Looks pretty even to me. And so now what I'll do is I'll do the other 5 tags, and I will be right back. Okay guys, guess what? I have finished my cute little tag book, and let me just tell you, these papers are so fun to work with. I have absolutely loved doing this, and I am on day 14. I'm going to leave all the link down below to everybody that is doing a video on this gorgeous collection. Please go check each and every one of them out. So many talented crafters. So let me show you what I've done. So the first part of the video, I did show you how to create the binder and the tags. And what I did was, she is who I chose. Oh, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I put some luster wax on her hair because, let me tell you, these papers, you'll have a very hard time covering them up. You just will not want to cover them up. So this is what I did for the cover. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that luster wax. Love luster wax. And then I just did a purple spine. And then I did this paper on the back. So pretty. So let me show you what I did. All right, so here is the front cover. Look how beautiful. I mean, look how beautiful she is. I fussy cut her out. I actually used some rub-ons and put this lamp post here. I did pop her up. And then here, I put a little rub-on bat. Guys, look how beautiful she is. Look how beautiful. And what I did was I did put some fibers on the top, just like you would a tag. The only thing that I did with this paper, I did use some Olo markers, and I colored in these flowers here, and I put some orange in these flowers here. And then, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see the eyes. I used luster wax on the pumpkins to kind of give it a little creepy feel. Are they, I mean, guys, I'm just telling you, this paper is just beautiful. And so here's what I did on the second page. Love this cat. This was in the ephemera kit. This was also, I just put some bling, and then this bat I cut out, and look, luster wax. That's all I did was put luster wax. Look at this gorgeous little kitty. And she's as cute as she can be. She looks just like my Sookie. So this will be Sookie. Now, this next page, okay, I started thinking, what in the world could I do? Beautiful the way she is. So I just put some bling there, there, and there. And if you wanted to on this, you could always put a sentiment or maybe kind of color in the pumpkin with some glitter. But I'm just telling you, I didn't want to cover the papers up. So I didn't do much. I'm just telling you. So here's the neck page. Look how cute. Look at that raven. I used a rub-on that says Happy Halloween. And look, I put a skull right there on this beautiful black rose. I thought, okay, perfect. Now, look how beautiful she is. Gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. So the only thing I did to her, I gave her some bling on her necklace. That's all I did. I just couldn't cover her up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now this has to be, if not my favorite, my second favorite page. I fussy cut her out. I put some of that black webbing behind her. Stay spooky. I used my Olo markers to color those in, and then I just distressed it. Then I just put some bling here and here. She's beautiful. And look how pretty she is. Love, love it. Once again, I just put bling on it because it tells its own story. So it really didn't need anything at all. Look, oh my gosh. Can you tell I just love these papers? All I did for her, I put some bling up here. And then some bling here. Isn't that beautiful? Now this little kitty cat, I'm just telling you, it's like, he was like, don't mess with me much. And I thought, okay. So I just put some bling here, and then I put a crow on his shoulders. I thought, yeah, you're gonna have to have a little friend. So this is just a rub-on. And here's the back, and your kit will come with some pockets that you can cut out. And so I did cut those out. I put a couple of rub-ons here, and these are just some ephemera cards. Now these would be perfect for ATCs if you wanted to use these for ATCs. And so I just cut those out and put them in there. And of course I put all the fibers on the top on each tag. And here is the back cover. And I just put a bling here. I put a rub-on here that says trick or treat. And then I put a little spider hanging down from her hat. So beautiful. And I had so much paper left over after using all of this. And so thank you for inviting me to do this absolutely fabulous collab. It's the Gothic Girls Collab. And like I said, please check out everybody's video. Whoops, missed a page there. Can't forget the raven. Check out everybody's video to see what Gothic gorgeousness that they've created. And thank you so very much for sticking with me on this fun creating of this tag book. And thank you for everything and being here for me. And I pray that each and every one of you will have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And please go check out everybody else. So have a wonderful weekend, and may God bless each and every one of you. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.